regarding our Penang budget that we had presented yesterday. I think somehow the emphasis that we mentioned there was not printed in the budget. Because even though it was a deficit budget that we presented, I had stressed that we had managed to record a surplus every year. I want to say this, we have actually presented a deficit budget every year, but yet we managed to record a surplus in our actual budget. Because there's a difference between estimated deficit and an actual result. When we present a budget for next year, we estimated that it will be a deficit, but then that will depend on the actual results. So when 2008 we presented 2009 budget, we estimated a deficit. But when 2009 the final results came out, it was not a deficit, it was a surplus.
Even in this case, are you expecting a surplus?
We hope to continue our sterling record of recording a surplus every year since 2008. We did not record a deficit for one single year, but it was an estimated deficit. But we managed, as I said, because these are all the estimates given by the various departments. We want to do certain projects. These are the estimated, but then we will try to save, and through open tender we can cut down the cost. But we do not know what is the final amount because we go by open tenders. So the actual results is always a surplus, and that's why our reserves has gone up by 500 million ringgit from 800 to 1.3. So it's 500 million ringgit over these last 6 years. Otherwise, our reserves do not go up by 500 million. Yeah, it was a deficit. Because it was a surplus, that's why our reserves went up by 500 million since 2008. Because every year we record a surplus. But when we do an estimate, like next year we do an estimate, oh, we expect a deficit. Why? Because this is the estimated cost of the project. But you must remember, we do open tenders. So when the open tenders come in, open complete tenders come in, you will get the best price. And that's where you get the savings. And that's why we manage to record a surplus in our actual budget every year. You know, you look at the figures, you say it's anggaran dan sebenar. Anggaran is estimate, sebenar is actual.
So, in the same way, the estimated deficit, what could be the estimated surplus?
We wouldn't know. It depends on the open competitive tenders. We are different from the federal government. The federal government has recorded deficits every year. The last time they recorded a surplus was 1997. Since then, they have recorded a deficit every year. For the last 17 years, they have recorded deficits. Actual deficits, not estimated deficits. Actual deficits. Whereas, for us, we project a deficit, but at the end, we record the surplus. So ours is actual surplus every year. And it's a sterling record. It is a sterling record. The mic is something wrong. Yeah. But when you look at the final figures, what your report is that, oh, you have recorded a deficit for 6 consecutive years. That's not right. We have actually recorded a surplus for 6 consecutive years. It's only a projected deficit. Projected is not as important as actual results. It's just that when you go for examination, you go for trial results. Trial results more important or actual results more important? Of course, actual results more important. You got children go for trial exam, that one is only projected. The final results is more important. So we are like giving a projected trial, but finally the actual results are important. And our actual results every year without fail. Every year without fail. Let me state this. Every year we record a surplus. Unlike the federal government, every year without fail, they record a deficit. So they have been deficit for the last 17 years. We have been in surplus for the last 6 years. And that's why our reserves go up by 500 million from 800 to 1.3 billion. Without which, how can we record a surplus? How can we record an increase in the cash reserves? Alright? So I hope that this point can be made clear, because somehow for certain media, this has not been this has not been published in full. Yes, we record projected deficit, but we stated at the end, and the next sentence, we are proud, but in actual results, we record a surplus. When the actual budget comes out, at the end of the year, we record budget. Like in 2013, our projected deficit was 200 million, but recorded a surplus of 1 million plus, 1.3 million. That was the actual budget surplus. So from a deficit, projected deficit, we become actual surplus. So we have not recorded a single deficit in any year. So I hope that can be clarified. The other one I want to stress on is that this budget is actually very education centric. And we want to stress again, we want to build the first, or to have the first German vocational education system in Malaysia, in Penang. When we talk about German vocational system, it means, like in Germany, they have their campus on the factory site. They learn and work at the same time for 3 to 4 years for the entire program. That is a German vocational system.
State government is undertaking this project
With the German companies. Because you cannot do it alone, it's the German companies that is crucial. Alright?
Okay.
Anything else?